Hello again and welcome back to my channel and to the next round of our Pro Split 1 Sunday Championship from the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up and Co. And we are in France. In fact, the start of a double header in France and the last of our sprint round before we hit the Enduros. And this is Alsace, the area of Alsace, the village location, a 2.2 mile anti-clockwise road course. It's a twisting and undulating circuit known for its blind crests, sweeping corners and fast straights. So all sorts of things going on here. It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers get on around the 13 laps that we've got coming up for you. Two races, as you know, softs on all the way on this race one. So I think what we will do is we will get on and just have a quick go through the league table before we start the race, and just take you through how it stands going into this one. Okay, so at the top, Motorstorm is actually got himself up there after a couple of decent finishes and rounds last couple of times out. So he's up there now, leading it on 86 points. 5 points behind him is Scott. In fact, joint second with Ethan in third on 81. So both on 81 points, just 5 points behind Motorstorm. Then a point behind them is Gower in fourth now. Gower's, again, he's just sort of started to get into the groove a little bit, and he's got himself up there just literally a point outside that top three. So well done to Gower. Then Nath in fifth place on 72, so he's not a million miles behind either. And we've got Harry in sixth on 69. Then Fitzy is in seventh on 61. Victor's in eighth on 51. Frowney in ninth on 46. And Panic is still there in 10th on 43. So still all to play for, as I say, round four. So yeah, we've still got a long way to go before we complete this championship. So plenty of racing still to come. So I think we will get on with this one now. This race one then, as I say, 13 laps round here. In fact, I think both races are 13 laps. So let's take you through this grid. Okay, so in pole position, you can see him there, is Ethan in the BMW, but it's got that standard GT7 livery on it. Then we've got Frowney in second, done really well to get himself up there in the second place as Frowney. So he obviously had a good quali session and got himself just behind Ethan. Then we've got Enzo in third. Now he's improving all the time, seems to be getting himself right up the sharp end here on the grid at the start of these races. In third place. Then we've got Brisbane in that Viper in fourth, Gower in fifth, Scott in sixth, Motorstorm in seventh, Harry in eighth, Nath in ninth, Smith, who we welcome back, in 10th. I think he missed the last couple of rounds, hasn't he? Victor in 11th, Panic in 12th, Fitzy in 13th, and Unforgiven in 14th. So another great turnout for the Pro Split 1 drivers. Okay, enough of me waffling. Let's get on with it. Here we go. So those lights, as soon as they're out, we'll be away. 17 corners round here, by the way. It's just in the three sectors. So they come up to this turn one, and already Brisbane, with its blinding starting the Viper, gets himself straight into the lead past Ethan. Ethan gets in behind him in second. So Brisbane, from where was he? Was he about from the grid, I think? Shot off the line in their Viper and got himself into the lead, with Ethan having a look straight away, and this hairpin left-hander flick through this little right-hand kink now onto this really high banked left-hander, just through this little apex, and then all the way around like this roller coaster left-hander, all sweep round there, all nicely, all in the line. Already Panic has dropped to 14th behind Unforgiven. So what happened to Panic was wasn't that far behind. Let's have a look. It's right at the start, wasn't it? He must have had, he got turned, didn't he, at right at turn one. He turned him, or did he do it on his own? Let's have a look. We're going right the way back to the start of this race. In 12th place, he's on the inside. Oh, he grabs a bit of grass there, and did he not manage to get his stop? Well, he's got himself right up the inside of Victor, and yeah, I think actually he got himself on that grass, and all of a sudden he couldn't stop. A lot of dirt on his tyres. Tried his best to pull out of it, but fortunately up the inside, and cost him all that time and positions, and back to 14th he goes. So not a good start for Panic. Fortunately, it's not that bad. They're not got away that far ahead of him, so he's got a lot of time to be able to make up some places there. So back to where we pick it up as they come around that long sweeping left-hander end. There's several lines through here. As you can see, low lines, high lines. So they all go through. It's Unforgiven in 13th. Smith in the Ferrari, having a look at Fitzy in the Porsche. Smith returning after a couple of week absence. Got to get it going again in that Ferrari, but we'll see how he gets on around this interesting road course here in France. Let's just go back to our leader and just see if he's pulling away from Ethan. No, he's not. Ethan is sticking like glue to the back of that Viper. Now we head down to the final corner. Turn 17. Brisbane has that covered. Again, a couple of lines through there. You can go a little bit narrower, or you can go out to the right and swing it in and give you a little bit more of a straight exit out of there. But still Brisbane ahead of Ethan, but Ethan is all over the back. Ethan looking really strong all of a sudden. Past a couple of races, he's had a win already, hasn't he, this season so far. Frowney still doing well. 3rd place. Dropped 1 place from his original. Oh, someone's gone. I think it's Enzo. We had a big moment, didn't he, through the little left-hander hairpin. I think the back just came round on him. Let's have a quick look. There was no one else involved. It's his own doing. He's coming through shot now, that yellow and red Ferrari, and yeah, just spins on him. Tries to correct it. In fact, did correct it. Done really well, but will lose several positions as they all stream past. To 10th, maybe even 11th if Smith in that other Ferrari gets him around this. Turn 10. Zope still ahead of Smith. It's quite a big moment for Enzo there, really. Ethan certainly not letting Brisbane go. Now, I think the BMW will be a little bit more nimble around these corners than that Viper, but of course, it's some quite long, fast sections where the Viper is going to pull away from that BM. But Ethan should then get him on the brakes into the corners. But yeah, Frowney doing really well still. There he is in 3rd. So head across that line to start lap 3. It's Nathan 4th in the Beetle, Gower in 5th. Closely followed by his brother Harry in 6th place. 2 Mercedes side by side pretty much. Then Motorstorm behind them in the Audi. Scott in 8th place. Motorstorm chasing down Harry, and Enzo having a bit of a go at Fitzy up the inside. I think he will get that done on the clip of that inside there. Use all of the track and switch across to the right to open up this left hand. This is where Enzo had that mistake before. Didn't make it another mistake. Kept it a little bit wider. I think it was a bit narrow last time, but he a little bit wider that time. Worked okay for him. come round that left-hander again. Scott ahead of them, right up behind Motorstorm. It's all closed up here, isn't it? These, in fact, Gower has pulled a couple of cars' length from his brother Harry. Actually, he's getting onto the back of Nath ahead of him in that Beetle in fourth. So all of a sudden, this whole race is now closed right up at the front. In fact, the whole race is very close still. You can see. I mean, you're only on lap 3, I've granted, and but we'll see. You can end up being quite spaced out in this round here if you're not careful. So hopefully the race won't end up becoming lonely for most of the cars, drivers. But at the moment, it's certainly not lonely, is it? There's Nath still trying to go with Frowny, and Frowny still not a million miles away from the top two, Brisbane and Ethan. As we come through 2 and 3 up this hill now under the bridge. Very steep here. This is steeper than what it looks on TV, and then down the other side. Towards 6, through 6 to 7. Out through 8 to 9, into 10. This is 9, and into 10 now. This 11 is quite a difficult one as well. It's blind as you come round, can't really see the exit of the turn round there. And there's no runoff here at all. Being a road course, it purely, you've got no gravel pits to slow you down or end up stopping you. What you've got is barriers, walls, so you've got to be pretty accurate around here. If you don't make mistakes, you'll be okay. Well, I mean, that's a kind of statement, because if you don't make mistakes, you're going to be okay anyway, regardless of where you're racing. But you get what I mean. Down through towards 17 now. So still Brisbane, Ethan, Frowny, your top 3. Then we've got Nath in 4th, heading up this next group of Gower, Motorstorm, Scott, Harry, Enzo, Fitzy, Smith, Victor, Unforgiven, Panic, who hasn't really got back into it, has he? In 14th place. I think he made another mistake, you know, because that's quite a big gap that's developed ahead of him now. He wasn't that far off the pace, was he, when he first had his initial little moment? But I think he's had another one over that with a penalty. Although I don't think it's not really a penalty circuit, this one. You don't really pick up penalties easily around here. In fact, I'm not even sure where you could pick up a penalty. So I think he's made another mistake somewhere. So Ethan still not letting Brisbane go at the front of the race. Tyres and fuel should be okay. I don't see there being any issues in these 13 laps. As I say, this is a really picturesque region of France. A lot of local stuff going on around here. Lots of vineries. Beautiful day here in France. Not expecting any weather as we see Motorstorm taking Gower. Oh, where did he set that up? Let's have a look. Done it quite some time ago, actually. So Motorstorm has got himself into 5th place. Gower is fighting back, and he wants to have another go of Motorstorm. They may be down 17 in the final corner. Goes to pull out to set it up. Has he got it on the brakes? He might, but Motorstorm's going to keep it around the outside. Yes, he does, but now Gower's in a better position. He's on the inside, heading up to this really tricky turns 1 and 2 through this little kink. He just had to back off, let Motorstorm have that. So there's a good little battle through there. Probably the wise thing to do. You can't go through there to a side. Let me tell you that. So Scott now attacking Gower. I don't think Gower got the best of exit, did he? Through 2 and 3 up the hill, through 4. Scott's capitalised. Up the inside he goes, and Enzo is all there with Harry as well. So look at these 4 cars, and Fitz is not far behind them. But Scott now all over the back of Gower. Is going to go and try that high line. Gower's sticking to that low line, or does he do the switchback? No, he doesn't. Scott's going to stay right behind Gower to come through turn 11. Gower still holding it. Enzo Fitz is still there with Smith. And that was Victor taking a lot of grass in the background, but look at Enzo from 3rd on the grid. He's all the way back to 8th now as Harry makes a mistake on exit there and takes a lot of grass, and Smith trying to have a look at Fitzy. In fact, Fitzy, I think, just went round the outside of Smith, I believe. Very close racing here, great racing from Pro Split 1 drivers. That's what I'm saying about the runoff. There isn't any. Literally, the runoff is the grass. We see Victor in 12th place now. Unforgiveness fell right the way back as well. So another one I think we must have had moment somewhere, although there's no visual scratches on his car there. I'll tell you what's going forward with Unforgiven to show you a lap of this Alsace circuit. So 2 turns 1, 2 off camber now. Little jump in the car. You've got to just take it easy through there. Up through 4 and 5. This is 5 now. Just clicking that inside now. Stay to the left. Now there. Just got to turn into the apex at 6. Up towards 7 now. It's tight. Keep left hand up, keep it going now, all full power right the other side through 8. Slipping it inside at 9. All the way round. It's carousel style. Turn 10. Stop the road. Now this is that blind exit to 11 up the hill. There you go, you can't see anything. There you are, you just got to clip that grass through 12 and into this next tight 13. This is actually a bit wider on exit than you think. You can use a little bit quick through there and use all that outside curb at 13. Now up to 14, another blind one. You think it's you've got it covered at this point, and all of a sudden it just nothing there, and exactly what Unforgiven's done there. That's exactly what you do. You think it's a bit wider than it actually is, and you grab a lot of grass through 15, now 16, and down the hill all the way down now to the final corner at 17, and that's your lap of Alsace Village. So as you were at the front, Brisbane's still ahead of Ethan, but these two still having a great battle. Still nothing in it. This gap really hasn't changed at all between these. So Ethan's still not managed to get past Brisbane, and of course, unless he's just keeping his powder dry at this point, perhaps he's they look at Brisbane in certain areas, and Brisbane's made a mistake, and that is the opportunity, not what Ethan was planning on, but he'll take it. So let's have a look at Brisbane. Through 9 now, around 10, and then he just, was it a little mistake, or did he just run it too much on exit? Yeah, just too much, and bang, hits that outside barrier, and that put Ethan through. So Ethan will take that. So Brisbane, can he get something back on Ethan? I think Ethan looked like he did have a little bit more pace anyway than Brisbane in certain areas. It did look to me anyway that he was just holding back a little bit, waiting for his opportunity, but well, Brisbane give it to him in the end. But Ethan still leading it and got the fastest lap of 1:52.4. Frowney still in third place, and actually still got those two ahead of him in his sights. So he's still doing a really good job there to keep them within range. Come out that final corner at the start, lap 9. So not many laps left to do to the final 5 laps now. Motorstorm is in 4th place, just coming around up through 4 with Nathan right behind him, Gower and Scott. So these 4 close together. Motorstorm has managed to get past Nathan and get himself up into 4th place. So what can he get himself another podium? He's had several podiums already. In fact, he's had a podium in every single round so far as Motorstorm. So he'll be looking to continue that trend, but at the moment he's a little way off the back of Frowney in 3rd place. He has got that time. It's just how those tyres are going to be holding up. Nathan looking strong. The Beetle just runs it a little bit wide there. It's going to allow Gower to get through on the inside, but Nate's going to have that inside line now. Still holds that 5th place. Gower, Scott all over the back of him now. Scott just can't get anything going at the moment, can he? He seems to have had a roadblock ahead of him pretty much all race. Just can't get through. Got some tough cookies ahead of him. It's never easy, particularly in this league, to get the passes done. Enzo in 8th, Fitzy in 9th, but all over the back of Enzo. So he's going to move down here at 17 as we see them all stream downhill towards that final corner. I think it's too far back for Fitzy. Oh, he was just very strong on the brakes there, Fitzy. Thought he was going to hit the back of Enzo there, but bring it up right at the last minute to avoid contact. So good on the brakes is Fitzy. Great shot of him coming through. 2 and 3 and up through 4. Smith 10th. Well, given the benefit of the doubt, he has missed a couple of rounds, so hasn't had a lot of driving time in that car. So maybe just going to take him a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things. I mean, the circuit probably doesn't help. It's not another one that's not a fan's favourite, but I actually quite like this one in reverse. It's Victor in 12th place. Can't quite get himself amongst it ahead of him at the moment, can he? Unforgiven. Seems to be dropping further back, and in fact Panic has now got himself a lot closer to Unforgiven. But these two are some way off the back of the main group. So I think Forgiven, well, we've seen him run wide when we was on board, didn't we? So I think maybe just pushing a little bit too hard, making a few mistakes. Unforgiven. So again, just runs it a bit wide, so maybe just not quite at the races here. Panic will be seeing these little errors ahead of him. they'll be having their own little private battle at the back here. So I don't think there's anything strange at the front. In fact, Ethan has pulled a lovely gap now on Brisbane. This is probably the biggest gap there's been all race. As they start lap 11, 3 laps to go. Gone quick this race around here. I think Brisbane may well done everything he can at the moment. Has he got anything more for Ethan? It does look like, in fact, Brownie is catching, not Brownie, Brownie even, is catching Brisbane. So, has Frownie got a little bit of extra to give here at the end of this race? Motorstorm trying to clear off, isn't he, from Nath Gower. Can't really get that far away. Pulled a little gap, but nothing substantial. So he's just going to have to push a bit harder, but I'm not sure he's got enough time to get onto the back of Frownie, who, go back to him, looks like he really has caught up with Brisbane. So is Brisbane struggling with his tyres now? I mean, they don't look terrible. Is it just a car around here? As I say, obviously going to be quick in these straighter sections, but maybe just not liking these twisty stuff around here. In fact, Ethan looks like he's fell back a little bit in towards Brisbane, so did we miss a little mistake by Ethan? Of course, little mistakes are going to be coming into play now with the tyres and the fuel load becoming less. I feel a little bit different, these cars, the longer this race goes on. I mean, they're on the penultimate lap now, so there's not that much further to go into the last 4.5 miles to run of this race. But still plenty of action. Brisbane in second, Frownie still in a good third. Then we've got Motorstorm, who finally looks like he's pulled a little bit on Nath, but I think it's a little bit late in the race now for him to get anything more than the 4th place that he's in at the moment. Scott has got himself up and down. Did Scott get through? Because he was way back, wasn't he? There's something there. No, it's back here. He got a good run, didn't he, out of turn 3 and 4, just coming through 3 now. He's in 7th place. Oh, there's all sorts of things going on. That's why I think there's a bit of contact between Gower. Nathan's going to go right up in between both of them, Scott, up to 5th place, just like that. The tides parted and he went straight through him. Thankfully, not literally. So up to 5th he goes. So he's cleared all that traffic now. He's just got one aiming to try to get onto the back of Motorstorm, but I think, again, it's a little bit too late for him to do much about it now. Nathan Gower and Fitzy in the mix here. 6th, 7th, 8th. So not a million miles off him as well. There he is in 9th place. Smith in 10th with Harry in 11th. Looks like this battle's going to go all the way. Well, and actually, Motorstorms fell right back into their clutches. So what's happened to Motorstorm here? This is definitely his tyres. I think they've started to really feel the pain. He's got right away back into Scott's firing line now. Just as he's struggling now to get that car turned really wide there for Motorstorm. I mean, you can do that, you can take it right wide, but Scott has got better tyres than him, and Motorstorm could well be under a little bit of pressure in a minute, and he's 4th place. He's now in danger. pace from Gower and Nath down here at turn 17. Nath sticking up the inside of Gower. Gower still trying to get past him, but Nath, that Beetle, he's not having it. Fitzy behind him in 8th as well. So it's all going off here at the end of this race as Gower goes a bit wide there. Through 2 up the hill. Fitzy's going to have to run on him. He's going to come down towards turn 6. Gower got him. You just got to clip that in at inside apex. He did almost have him, but Fitzy hanging it out really wide there. Fitzy, he's going to get that power down, get away, but Enzo now with Smith, who's joined the party as well. It's all going on here at the final lap. What I want to do is just check our leaders just to see. Yeah, everything's all still the same there, so now this is definitely where the battle is look at Scott and Nath now suddenly showing a bit of Beetle power. So maybe Nath can grab both Scott and Motorstorm at the back end of this race. They can get a good run, drive through these final few corners, heading down to the final corner at 17. Nath might be in with an opportunity, but we're going to go back to our leader because they're coming down towards that final corner now, and it's going to be Ethan who's going to take victory here in race 1. In truth, he did look like he had the pace from the start, biding his time to get past Brisbane, but he got past from an error from Brisbane and takes victory for Ethan. Well done. Brisbane did get second, Franny with good third, and then this battle, and there's 3 going through. The final corner is going to be Motorstorm, is it? Or is it going to be Scott? Side by side, it's Motorstorm from Scott, from Nath, from Gower, then Fitzy, then Harry, then Victor. That's how close all that was. Down to 10th place, and Panic has got past Unforgiven in the end. He's going to grab 11th. What a finish here in race 1 at Alsace Village. Oh, what's happened to Smith? It's Unforgiven. In fact, Enzo and Smith, the 2 Ferraris, are completely gone. What happened to them? Oh, Smith made a mistake. Big mistake. He can't get it turned, can he? He was fighting, where was he? In 9th place. He was some way back with the other Ferrari of Enzo. Little bit of contact that knocks Smith out. And then he stalls it, does he? Or he just can't get it turned. Does he get it turned? He's got to do like a 3-point turn. So, Smith, I think Enzo's actually waiting for him, isn't he? Yeah, so Enzo acknowledged the fact that, oops, let's get it right camera. Oh, and then he goes off again, does he, Smith? Is that another? I think he does, you know. So he got it going. He's got dirt on his tyres. Panic goes past him. Unforgiven goes past him. Oh, and in fact, he didn't see Unforgiven coming down the inside, and there's contact from Smith. He goes off to the right-hand side, and a terrible couple of corners from Smith. It's going to knock him all the way down to 14th place. Whilst all the time, Enzo's just sitting there waiting to give Smith that place. Smith goes past, Enzo will get going, and that's where we pick it up from. Panic as he comes across in 11th, Unforgiven in 12th. Then it's Smith. I want to see the back end of that race for sure, because the back end of that race for him was terrible. Enzo in 14th. So all sorts of dramas going on in that race, especially near the end, but a great race in the end. Ethan did get that fastest lap, that 1:52.4, which was what he held all the race actually. So we will get an extra point or 2 for that. So race 1 complete. So on to race 2, and that will be on my channel very soon. So join me for that very shortly. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.